Hi guys, there's a chap called Werewolf on YouTube, and Werewolf, thank you for your comments. You suggested a quick central heating update, which is what I'm going to do now, and just to show something else that I've done some months ago, but I don't think I ever really showed it on the videos. We found a product called Expert 50. It comes on a roll. It's about £100 a roll, and I mean it's quite tightly wrapped when you buy it, but you can see it's this I don't know how they say it, aluminiumized plastic, and then a bit of insulation material, and then it's repeated all the way through to multiple layers, so it ends up, you know, fluffing up and being quite thick. And I've also lined the roof with a sort of foil bubble wrap that goes on the roof, and this stuff is all around the walls that you can see here, and all around the loft, and it's made a massive difference. The radiator here is on 3, the thermostatic valve is on 3, the one in the other room is on 2, and the one in the bathroom is on 4, and with that we are getting a sort of constant 64 degrees up here, which is absolutely perfect. I think the question was, have we had any problems? What have we done since? Well, to be honest, with Christmas breaking work up and things like that, I haven't done a hell of a lot. There's a lot of painting, tidying up to do, new carpets to be put down, things like that. The system is working perfectly. After a couple of weeks of use, I think we just we just bled the radiators upstairs, just a little bit of air in each one, and since then absolutely nothing. It's all working perfectly. Another question was, did we get the calculations for the boiler size and the radiators required? Absolutely yes. Downstairs in our big lounge we've got the 3 radiators, and you know, same story down there. It's at a comfortable temperature for us. We don't want it too hot, but we could turn up the boiler if required. Somebody else had a go at me for oversizing the boiler, but of course they had no idea of our future plans to extend and have a workshop office area and things like that. I didn't ever mention stuff like that. In fact, I'm sure I didn't mention a lot of things on the videos, but so yeah, we didn't oversize the boiler. It's absolutely perfect for our plans, whether I mentioned them or not. We've had a lot of great comments on YouTube, and some from some guy that obviously hates me, although he seems to have watched all the videos. Apparently my skills are at the same level as a first-year plumbing student, which I thought was really funny. And he called it my comedy plumbing series. So yeah, big thumbs up for that. It made me chuckle, and really I don't care what level I'm at. The fact of the matter is we've got a fully working central heating system that I installed completely on my own, and it's up and running, and we're you know, we're lovely and warm. So yeah, carry on watching the joke plumbing series. It all adds to my YouTube statistics. Somebody also mentioned about using the PTFE tape on that compression fitting. I assume this is what he was talking about, and he was saying if you don't use PTFE in here, it's going to leak. Well, that's absolute cobblers. Of course it's not going to leak. The Olive is doing the ceiling, and as I said on the video, or whichever video he was commenting on, you put the PTFE on here just to allow you to nip up the compression nut, you know, tight enough. It just acts as a lubricant to allow you to nip that up. If it's not on there, it doesn't matter, it's not going to leak. So I don't know what you thought I said or what you thought I was doing, but you know, that's just not true. So yeah, I'm trying to think of all the other comments we've had over the months. yeah, as I say, some were great, some were indifferent, and some were just plain stupid, really. But yeah, I took on board what some people said about using copper to the to the end here where you can see it, but where I've put it, we've mostly got white skirting board or white walls or something like that, and really I didn't care about the fittings. We could have just neatly soldered this in and fed copper through. It just would have taken a lot longer, and after 7 years of freezing cold winters, I really couldn't give a monkey's. I just wanted it up and running. We were running out of time, but yes, you definitely could do it a lot neater using copper if you want to the rads, smaller joints, but really I just wasn't bothered in that sort of thing. But other people may well be bothered. Currently the boiler is, as I say, running perfectly. We've got it, the radiator side, the dial is on 5. I think it then clicks up if you want to put it on maximum, but we've never needed to do that. There's a lot of talk about leaving a boiler on all day long rather than having it coming on in the morning and going off in the evening, and there's lots of websites out there that will tell you about that sort of thing. The feeling is that if the house is receiving constant gentle heat, it will once it's up to temperature and dried out, and it will use less energy to keep it in that state, rather than let it cool down overnight and then use a lot of power to heat it back up again and keep repeating that cycle each day. My brother-in-law has looked into this a lot, and I think he runs his 24 hours a day. I just haven't had time to investigate that sort of thing fully. What else was there? Something else I was going to say. Yeah, we've got the FW100 fitted. The only thing I've changed on that, and we've used one of their default 7-day-a-week settings. It has a frost protection setting, and all it does is turn the pump on continuously to pump the water through when the system's off. And obviously if it was freezing in the loft, it would stop the pipes from freezing. It's very hard to freeze moving water, obviously, but it was set at 5 degrees, so even when it was relatively mild outside, this pump would be running all night. So I've actually turned that down to 0 degrees, and it's now got to be freezing outside before that pump will kick in as frost protection. Obviously it's warmer, a lot warmer in the loft than it is outside, so I saw no point in having the frost protection running, the pump running at 5 degrees, because it was on, it'd be on most of the winter, and that's just a waste of power. Apart from that, I just haven't fiddled with any of the settings. At some point I will do, but everything's working perfectly. As I say, we're warm, first time in 7 years. 64 degrees upstairs pretty much all the time, especially with the insulation that's been done. So that's it really. I suppose the next video, if there is one on the central heating, will be on the first maintenance schedule, or perhaps cleaning out the magnetic filter that we've got down on the boiler. So yeah, thanks for all your comments, and that's it. If anything changes, I'll update you all. Thanks for watching and clicking the thumbs up, and thanks for commenting, and I'll catch you later.